everybody, welcome back to Vegas Sports Talk. And the Minnesota Wild versus the Vegas Golden Knights Game 3 just ended. It was a crazy game until 2 games. We'll get right into it. Fleury and Talbot in net tonight, and there was no Max Pacioretty or Thomas Nosek for the Golden Knights. They were both game time decisions according to Peter Deboer. Early in the game, on the second Wild shot, there was a goal from Hartman. He scored some Kaprizov and Brodin at 2:16. That was Hartman's first point of the playoffs as well as Kaprizov's. Fleury had no chance on that pass from Kaprizov, and it was a great pass as bad defense from the Golden Knights in the zone. Then there was a Minnesota penalty on Dumba for holding Nicholas Waugh. Golden Knight power play, one shot on that power play, the Minnesota Wild would kill that off. Johansson then stepped on a puck and he slid into the post. He needed help off the ice. Then the Golden Knights lost another battle in front of their own net, and Eriksson Ek scores from Foligno and Dumba at 8:30, and it's 2-0 Minnesota, and the Golden Knights are now shot 6-2. And this would continue in the first period. Marchessault then had a penalty for interference, and that was an out of control penalty. It was just a bad play by him, and the Golden Knights were looking frazzled. And then with that power play, with 10:30 remaining in the period, the Golden Knights would kill that off, and there was no shots on that power play from Minnesota. Then there was a goal from Eriksson Ek from Fiala. That was the second goal of the game for Eriksson Ek, but it would be taken off the board because the Golden Knights challenged for offsides and the goal was reversed. It was no goal, and it remains 2-0 for Minnesota. And that's when the game turned. When Peter Deboer won that challenge for that offsides call, the Golden Knights flipped a switch. Vegas was getting outplayed in every aspect of the game so far. There was a Golden Knight power play at the end of the period against Hartman for slashing Shea Theodore, but that penalty was killed. And it was another lackluster VGK power play. So it's 2-0 Minnesota after one. To start the second period, it was kind of slow, but then Mark Stone scored from Stevenson at 8:39. It was the first goal of the series for Mark Stone, and it was 2-1 Minnesota. Then right after that goal, there was a penalty on Ian Cole for chipping McNabb, a Golden Knight power play. That was the third power play of the night already for the Golden Knights. Minnesota would kill that off, but that power play was better, and the Golden Knights were dominating the period at that point. They were outshooting the Wild 17-4 in the shots category. Then right after that, Patrick Brown scores from Holden and Carrier at 15:19. It's 2-2. And just 2 minutes after that, Reilly Smith scores from Holden and Karlsson at 17:33. 3-2 Golden Knights. This was the first game for Holden, I want to say, in about 41 days. He had 2 assists tonight. He played very well on the blue line. There was then a Golden Knight power play, 4th of the night, after a chipping call on Kaprizov. That was killed off, but the Golden Knights were outplaying the Wild. They were playing their game, and they were making big plays in the neutral zone, and it was the best period all series for the Golden Knights. To start the third period, Vegas did not capitalize on a power play. Minnesota would then get a power play. Vegas would kill that off. Pietrangelo and Whitecloud had chances. They could not get them to go, so it's still 3-2. The Marchessault, Karlsson, Smith line was playing a lot better tonight. But the Wild would push in the beginning of the period, and they were pressuring around 9:30 left in the period, and there was a rush that they could not capitalize on. There was then a penalty on Minnesota for 2 men on the ice. That was the 5th Golden Knight power play of the night with 8:42 remaining. The Wild would then kill that power play off. There was feelers for the Golden Knights on that man advantage, but then later on in the period, there was a 2-on-1 for the Golden Knights. Karlsson and Marchessault on the rush. Karlsson kept it, and he scored high short side underneath the crossbar on Talbot. That was Karlsson's first goal of the series, unassisted at 17:36, and the Golden Knights were up 4-2. Wild would then pull Talbot at the 2-minute mark. Eriksson Ek had a shot that stayed just short of the goal line. Pietrangelo then pushes that puck away from the goal line to keep it a 2-goal game. It was a great defensive play by Pietrangelo, and it kept the score a 2-goal game. Then Mark Stone added them to net goal after a great defensive play at 19:01. It was a 5-2 Golden Knight win, and they are up in the series 2-1, and this is their first regulation victory in St. Paul in their team existence. Team stats: shots on goal, 40 for the Golden Knights, 16 for Minnesota. Period by period, 7-4 Minnesota in the first, 22-5 Vegas in the second, 14-4 Vegas in the third. Power plays 0-5 for Vegas, 0-2 for Minnesota. That Golden Knight power play needs to improve, but so does the Minnesota power play, which has been the best since April. Talbot saved 35 out of 39, Fleury only 14 out of 16, and the Golden Knights dominated in the second and third periods of tonight's game. So, what did you guys think of the game? Who do you think will win Game 4? Leave your comments down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Vegas Sports Talk, and I'll talk to you guys again real soon.